Okay, Sunday morning in the kingdom and it warmed up, yes, and now it's snowing. So when it warms up, it snows. Simple mathematics, eh? You can even follow along on Sesame Street to figure it out, okay? But that was enough. 1 week of cold. It was just unreal. My hydrometer was spinning out of control and everything just frosted up, but we survived. And yesterday's little fun plowing the snow, that was unreal. But according to the YouTube comments, the Department of Holidays has been slacking it everywhere in North America. Oh, well, it's the new world we live in. Okay, let's get to the temperature here. All right, minus 19 Celsius, but it is warming up, but feels like 20 Celsius. And then look at the yo-yo scale, F scale, -2. Oh, that feels so warm, eh? But it feels like -4. Okay, -4. Oh, wow. But look at the flag exercise. He's in his natural state of being limp because there's no wind. And of course, it's being Sunday. Look at the talent I got. Make sure you clean your vacuum cleaner. Make sure it's ready to go for the week. I still have no cleaning staff. I don't know where she is. She must be in rehab or something, okay? But I didn't wear the French maid's outfit this week because it just rides up my bum, so I wasn't going to wear it, okay? All right. And then the next thing, oops, I dropped it. The next thing is the first of the month or whatever, okay? So make sure you clean your dryer screen, okay? The staff cleans hers all the time because she does the laundry at her house and then brings it back to the kingdom, eh? So I only use it for drying my wet stuff or towels and stuff like that, and doggy blankets with the fleece or the bounce sheet to make them smell good. All right, let's scroll. Which way are we going? You guys can see there's no sunrise right there. Okay, let's scroll this way. I don't know where the dogs went. I thought they want to be on camera. Okay. But we were supposed to get 3 days of snow. So I got Thor, the plow truck right there plugged in. But we can't plow the kingdom because we need the snow base on the ground, right? So we can't plow it. So only keeping my neighbor going, all right? Okay, let's see where the puppies are. Okay, we moved the dogs around so they're getting used to their pens. Okay, there's one. Iris, Rogue, come on, come on. Oh, they're not very good on camera yet. Okay, all right. But we'd also like to thank the other YouTubers, okay, that are mentioning me or referring me, you know, the King of Obsolete on their YouTube channels. So I'm quite surprised. So when somebody said they got, you know, mentioned or found me through the fellow or the other YouTuber, I go and check it out. Some of those sites are very popular. They have lots of subscribers, eh? But I look at my subscribers, like there's, what, just about 7,000 subscribers, and I'm getting like, you know, 3,000 to 5,000 views. I like that. So that means everybody's paying attention, or we have a tight little group, eh? Just like when we drink beer, all right? But I like that. But it's also taken me 13 years. Oh, it might be 14. 2009 is when I first went on YouTube, okay? But things have changed a lot since then. I'm retired now, so I can have fun, all right? And we're going to work on that V12 today because I got all greasy cleaning those parts yesterday. So I'll wear those clothes again in the shop today to get them all really smelly, and then the staff can wash them, okay? All right, so that's the plan today, is to get all the greasy parts cleaned up. Sir Rodney at Westrans, you know, home of Sir Rodney, he has a good list that he's got to fulfill for us, so he'll be working away on that this week, okay? So we need the pilot bearing, we need a little few things and stuff like that. So I have to keep moving around on the projects because it takes a week to get everything, you know? I wish I could drive to Napa, pick up the parts, and then stop by the beer store on the way home, and, you know, but that's when I would be living in suburbia. Suburbs. No, if I was still married and living in the suburbs, I'd probably be dead, okay? Because that's such a boring life, you know, mowing the grass 3 times a week, doing the family suppers, doing all that crap. I think I would have died just to escape it. And then having a job 9 to 5 as a welder, oh my God, I would just be so bored. 9 to 5. Oh, Backman Turner Overdrive, BTO, you know. Taking care of business. No, what was the song they did? Okay, you guys trying to refresh my memory here, but it was working 9 to 5 or something, eh? Okay, I can't, it slipped my mind right now. I should have, and as soon as I've done this intro, it'll pop in my little head, eh? All right. Okay, enough of the little intro this morning. Let's go walk the dogs and get in the shop and get on that V12. Because Sir Rodney's waiting for the parts list for Sunday so he can fulfill everything this week. All right. Okay, we're off to a slow start here because it's Sunday. We have to do house chores or whatever, okay? Seems how I have no cleaning staff. So today's project is to take this, which is the input coupler for the Linn tractor transmission. And we have to make it fit on here, okay? That sounds pretty simple. But I went to the steel shed and my other supplies of steel, and I couldn't find a 1/2-inch plate that was small enough. So I had to drag that in, and I didn't have my mini hoe, so it was a struggle. So now it's by the wood stove warming up, so now we can begin. Okay, with it warm outside, it's warm in the shop here. This wood is burning out of control because we're in a high pressure system. We're even including the wood with the snow on to try and get the wood stove to burn slower. So today we're getting organized. We're going to go through these parts, get everything done. Also too, I took a bunch of stuff off the Linn tractor. Okay, you're going to be using this brake here because the Chevy transmission will have its brake, and we got rid of the rods that go down in here. Okay. So I mark everything and then put it in the storage shed. Okay, these parts are not for sale. Okay, I don't like these collectors of today who think they're my new best friend. Okay, and then they don't know me. Okay, I have women in Hollywood that are like that. Okay, so I'll sooner scrap these parts than to sell them to a person for their lead tractor, because I got burnt 20 years ago by a guy in Edmonton. All right, and I seem to remember these things. And then what was it, a year ago or 2 years ago, a guy in New York bought a Linn collection, and then he's after me and he's my new best friend looking for cylinder heads. So I was polite and told him where to find them, and then he doesn't know me anymore. So he's just one of these guys that only knows you when you want something. Well, too frickin' bad. I live in my own world and do my own thing, and I'm going to take these Linn tractors out and work them and have fun. So in other words, go frick yourself. Okay, that took quite a bit of work, okay? About 2 hours, but we got it done. Okay, the biggest thing about Linn tractor is they use no really nuts or tighteners or anything like that. So that's your pinion shaft going into the rear end, and it's got numbers on the end. And then they put this on here, okay? That's the brake drum and everything like that. But they only hold it in with a little snap ring, okay? Because they get everything tight with these rings or spacer plates, okay? So you stick that all together, shove the drive shaft in, and then you put your spacer plates in from the transmission, okay? So it's kind of neat how they did it. It's very simple, and well, it worked this long. And today in the modern world, everything is big nuts and torques and angles and degrees and philosophies to make things tight. So I got the seals apart here, okay? So now we'll measure them up. I should have in stock, I'm pretty sure we do have in stock, okay? And one thing neat about back then is they didn't trust gaskets and everything like that. So they always made sure there was an oil flow return. So, you know, keep the oil going, they would send it back. Okay, the drive shaft's a series of these splines, okay? And it all fits in together. So everything couples in, the couplers go over the splines. And here's the back output shaft of the transmission. So it's kind of neat here, as they don't rely on a gasket, okay? So they put the snap ring or that goes into a groove in the transmission, and then the oil goes back in here. Oh, there. Not very good with the camera there. But that's neat how they did it, and then you're not relying on a gasket here. So we're in good shape. And then these spacer plates, you make sure you mark them and notarize where they come, because they only go in a certain way to keep the drive shaft tight in this area. And then over here, this was interesting here, was getting the input shaft seal out, okay? So as you can see, my trusty 3-in-1 pry bar, bought at the farm store or some cheap store. I think it's called Harbor Freight in the US, but I forget what it'd be called in Canada. But the struggle was unreal, but we got it. And the hard part is the front of this transmission, okay, where the seal goes in, is the mounting bracket. So that's how they incorporated it with Linn tractor. So this transmission was designed to fit on that bracket. The bracket was for the Linn tractor and the Linn tractor only. But I got the seal out. We were good. But seeing how you're also in there too with these pry bars and chisels and beating the crap out of it, I always make sure I deburr it, because the new seal going in, I don't want burrs all over it or destroy the new seal, because it could be a week before we get another one. Okay, I think we're just about done here. We'll go have some coffee and then come out and use the verniers to measure all these seals up and double check everything. But today's day, the main thing today is to get all these frickin' parts clean, and then I'm done with this greasy stuff and back to working on the good stuff where you don't get all greasy. Alright, I'll go have some coffee. Okay, I got everything washed up and degreased as best I can. We're not going to do the final cleaning till it's time for assembly. And since how it's Sunday, I've had enough. Let's go drink some beer after we walk the dogs. Oh wait, we have to check on the flag of exercise. Okay, the flag of exercise is getting a little exercise today, and he looks happy. Alright, it's trying to snow. I don't know what it is for temperature out, but the shop sure is warm with that wood that's wet, that's burning. Alright, this video will be a little short, so I'll add some old film footage so everybody gets a good nap in the 20 minutes or more. Okay, talk to you later.